Across Montana, few names carried the reach and the respect of Spike Bighorn. He was a Brockton High School scoring machine in his youth, and later a 2018 inductee into the Montana Indian Athletic Hall of Fame. But to many, his greatest impact came wearing the stripes of a basketball official.
It was one of the reasons why, I aspired to be an official and really push myself, as a basketball referee. Is very impactful, towards Native American officials such as myself and others.
When Bighorn started officiating in the 1980s, Native American referees were nearly non-existent in Montana's high school ranks.
People seeing Spike Bighorn refereeing at the state C tournaments, like, holy man, there's an Indian guy out there, and it just felt like a sense of pride for, Native Americans. And so I think from that standpoint, there was a lot of Native Americans that said, hey, if Spike can do it, I can do it.
It was that visibility and his professionalism that made him a trailblazer.
We always cheered him on because he was a native ref and you didn't have a whole lot of them back in the day. So we were always proud to see, there was an Indian guy out there doing a great job, and he was a stellar MOA. I mean, he was something else, and he knew the game really well.
He was approachable, and he knew how to communicate with people. He knew how to communicate with coaches or athletes, captains, in the game, and, keep control, and that's something that definitely comes along with any seasoned official. And Spike was definitely one of the best, if not the best in the state of Montana.
Spike's influence stretched beyond the court. He served as the chairman of the Fort Peck tribes and held leadership roles with the Bureau of Indian Affairs, where his impact reached tribal communities across the region.
Spike was one of those names that everybody knew, everybody revered and looked up to, because he not only as being a tribal leader, he was also well educated, so he definitely set the example. And he was one of those ones we all would, basically bring up his name when it was talking about setting the example, for leaders in Indian country for our youth.
For many, he showed what leadership could look like.
He was one of those individuals who was able to step in both worlds, off the reservation, on the reservation, and do well in both.
And for those that followed his path, that example still guides them.
I mean, his impact made me who I am today. I mean, I'm a business owner. I'm the CEO of a clinic. Spike Bighorn had a lot to do with that. And I will be forever grateful for Spike and his leadership.
Spike Bighorn, a trailblazer, a leader, and a reminder of how one person's example can open doors for others. Tom Wiley, MTN Sports.